morning, y'all. It is a little after 10 a.m. and today we are doing a day in the life with the original Pixel Fold. Now, if you guys saw my first video with this thing, it was just an initial impressions. Today I'm actually going to be working on a software impressions video, and I've got a whole bunch of other stuff going on. It's my first time ever doing a vlog style review, so we'll see how it goes. Honestly, if you guys have any comments or suggestions for future videos like these, please leave it down below for me. So anyways, the yapping has already started, but we're gonna be spending a full day with this guy. We're gonna be doing a camera test. We're gonna be traveling. We're going to be doing some video work. We're gonna be filming a couple videos today, and you guys are gonna join me for every minute of it. So let's get started. And before we get too deep into this crazy day, I just want to show you guys how I have the Pixel Fold set up. So I like to keep my phones extremely simple, whether it's iPhones, whether it's Androids, and the Fold is no exception. So I've got my most frequently used apps in the dock down below here. I keep a folder with a few of my favorites, just so I've got easy access to it. And when it comes to phones, I like to live by the philosophy that you own the devices don't own you. And I'm not a doom scrolling kind of person. I'm not a social media addict or anything like that. So I really try to use my phones with intention, and that's why I have my phone set up so simply. I like to keep my little side panel here with a few of my favorites. And what's great about this is if I'm already in an app and I scroll over to the right, I've got access to my other apps. So it's just a big time saver. I don't have to, constantly go to the home screen, swipe up, find an app. All my favorites are in one of two places. And if there's an app down here that I use kind of like infrequently, then I'll just go into app drawer and be like, oh, it's time to use that app. And one thing I'm really enjoying about Google's version of Android is the customization. So I love how when you select a wallpaper, it'll take complementary colors from the wallpaper and put it on your icons. And if we unfold this guy, still not sick of the big screen. It is so cool to have an iPad mini in my pocket at all times. It's so great for watching content, for doing work. I can have two apps side by side, which I love doing. I do that all the time. So still really enjoying my Pixel Fold. I'm about 3 weeks in with it at this point. Battery life has still been really good. And if you guys want to see a little bit more of the state of this phone, because I did buy it used for a very good price, basically 82% off. Definitely go ahead and watch my first video on the Google Pixel Fold, the first in the planned obsolescence series. And there are a lot of other phones that I want to do this for, and a lot of other devices, so definitely go ahead and subscribe if this sounds interesting to you. And I wanted to give you guys a little bit of behind the scenes of where I film. So this is the backdrop. Fun fact, I actually film in my dining room. There's the rest of the space. I know, it's weird filming in a room like this, but honestly, I really like it. And I've got my little setup here, so iPad Pro, MacBook Air M2. I love both of these things very much. Might do a review of these guys some point in the future. And over here we've got my ring light with my phone attachment on the top. So this is what I use for all of those nice top-down shots that you guys seem to enjoy. And I'll also turn it this way when I'm filming, just to get a little extra light on my face for the stand-up shots. And this stuff over here. So this is stuff that I've been sent to either review or make content on. Super exciting that I'm actually receiving products from companies. That's been really cool to see so far, especially with me being a very small content creator. So it's great that I'm getting a little bit of traction in the space. And over here is just even more mess of stuff that I've been sent. This is the already done pile when it comes to content. So I just need to figure out what I'm gonna be doing with all this stuff. And guys, I'm not trying to shout out any brands or anything, but a couple exciting things from this pile. And a brand didn't send me this, I actually bought this myself, but it's a case for the Google Pixel Fold. So I'll actually be testing this out later. I already did a short on this if you guys wanna watch it. Might do a full review, maybe a little one, because the case is pretty good. I got it On crazy like fire sale from Verizon, it was $5. It usually goes for 60. Like it's on Google's site right now for 60 bucks. It's totally worth it for 5. I wouldn't have paid $60. I'll be totally honest, because this is like as minimal as a case as you can possibly get. Yeah, not bad for 5 bucks. But right now I'm about to eat this brekkie over here, catch up on some socials, do a little bit of work for my business. So I will see you guys in just a little bit. Alright y'all, just packing up to head to the library to get some work done here, get some editing out of the way. And one thing I really love about this phone is just how compact it is. And what's great is these jeans are kind of tight and I can still slide it in there. I've got plenty of room on top. And what I do is I can put my AirPods in the baby pocket right here and still have plenty of space. So nothing's like rubbing against each other. The pods don't pop out, plenty of room to sit down and stuff. So, love the form factor of this phone. Need my tripod, need my MacBook, obviously, and we're definitely gonna need my mic minis and a little baggie. Alright y'all, just hopped in the Tessie. We got all my gear with me. We're gonna do some filming at the library. We're gonna do some editing. And phone is at 95% right now, so doing pretty well so far. I've just been listening to Spotify on it. I watched a few videos while I was eating. Did some emails and stuff on it. So far it's holding up pretty well. Definitely better than my 16 Pro Max that I am filming on right now. So good day so far. Ooh-wee, call me Danny Phantom because I'm going ghost. Terrible joke. Good drink. Although my name's Dan, so it kind of checks out when you think about it, right? Anyways, guys, just pulled up to the library. The library has a parking garage. That's how big this library is. Gonna get some editing done. I actually have a video on the Pixel Fold that I am working on right now. So I'm hoping I can really just lock in for a couple hours, get that out of the way, maybe even upload it and like post it today, maybe. At least I want to get it like scheduled, so I got a lot of that to do. So let's just see what we can do. It's gonna be a busy day. Thanks for coming with me, guys. Here's a little front camera video and audio test for you guys. Let me know how it sounds. It is a absolutely gorgeous day today. back in the car again. It's about 1:30 now. I planned on working in the library a little bit longer, but to be honest with you guys, it's super funny. I actually ran into an old coworker and a really good friend of mine at the library. Shout out to Brandon. He came back because he left his wallet, and I happened to be there where his wallet was. It was crazy. So it was really great seeing him. Had a good conversation, and we were talking like really quietly in this like one part of the library, and this guy was like really rude and condescending, and he almost like stood up and like came over, and we were practically like whispering. We were being very quiet, and I'll be honest, I got really uncomfortable after that. So I don't feel like working at the library, so we're gonna work at home for the rest of the day. Library was a bust, but it was really great seeing Brandon. Awesome guy. Just got home, battery check, we were at 89%. Still doing pretty well, not bad considering I took some photos, I did some videos on my way to the library. And then at the library I was just listening to some music, using it to check over my filming notes. Now that we are home, I'm gonna get a little bit more work done. Alright guys, so just going through some emails and stuff, catching up on business side of the operation here. And one thing a lot of reviewers point out is how the Pixel Fold doesn't fold flat. So you can see, let me get a little closer. You can see that it kind of just goes like this. It's not flat, it's a little bit like up. And honestly, I don't mind that too much because it gives me something to hold on to in the back. So I like to hold on to the hinge right here. So if I'm holding it like this, honestly, it's pretty comfortable. If it was completely flat, I wouldn't be able to do that. So I'm totally okay with it not being 100% flat. And right now, I'm probably just gonna take care of some social stuff using the big screen and make sure we're in a good spot with all of that. I also wanna go through some photos that I shot earlier. So let's see what's up. And I'm also going to do a little bit of editing. So I really gotta finish this other Pixel Fold video for you guys before I put out this one that you're watching now. So lots to get done. So I'm gonna get going with this. I'll check in with you guys in a little bit. Alright, good news friends. The video is about 90% complete at this point. I just went through and added in music, transitions, filters. Pretty much at this point, all I need to do is give it a final run through, make sure it vibes well with how I usually do videos, because I'm trying to create like a signature style with my content. So just hoping that it has that same vibe that my other more recent videos have. And I'm just about to grab some lunch here in the kitchen. So I am going to eat some chicken and some protein chips. And put you guys onto these because these are so good. I eat these literally every day. It is 20 grams of protein and 140 calories. Crazy. I'm a protein junkie, what can I say? Oh, and this is the inner display camera on the Pixel Fold. So fun fact, the Pixel Fold has 5 cameras. It's got 3 on the back, 1 on the front, the mini display, and then it has a selfie camera on the inside. That's one you guys are seeing right now. I believe this one is 7 or 8 megapixels. So this one can't do 4K. But it looks decent in the preview. Let me know if it's bad or not. Got my chicken, yummy. A little bit of hot sauce on it. Fire. All right, I'm just going to play back this video that we just finished. See if everything lines up well. Make sure there's no like awkward pauses or anything. Make sure the music's not too loud. These are all the little things that I do for you guys behind the scenes that you don't realize. So we spare no expense on this channel, let me tell you. Should I do mukbangs, guys? Let me know in the comments. That's not an actual question. Please don't say that I should. I'm not going to. Alright guys, good news. This video is going to be a smash hit. So all I really have to do at this point is get my thumbnail going, export it, and we should be good to go. Alright, that was a good lunch. 10 out of 10. Now me and the Fold and my iPhone, we're gonna head to the park here. We're gonna do some photo and video testing, just comparing the quality between these two devices. But I have to be kind of fast because my son is gonna be home pretty soon. So can't really take my time. So we're gonna speed run this thing. Just got to the lake. Filming this on the front camera of the Pixel Fold. Let me know how it compares to the iPhone, because my iPhone 16 Pro Max is running out of battery pretty quick from filming all day. So swapping over to the Pixel. And guys, it's a gorgeous afternoon. It's about 4:30. Gonna stay here for maybe an hour or so, just filming, taking some pictures, taking some videos between the two phones and comparing them. So you guys let me know what you think of these. All right, the Apple Watch has started. Got my iPhone here. Take one last sip of the Ghost for now. All right, let's get going. So just walking around the lake. So gorgeous out. Super beautiful day. And man, I'll tell you guys, Pixel Fold's battery drains so quickly when you're doing photos and videos. It's not even funny. That's probably the one weakness of this phone. But still holding up about 72%. So I'll check in a little bit with you guys and we'll see where we're at. Alright, good walk, just finished up. It is 5:18, went about 1.7 miles, so not too bad. Took me a long time because I was stopping to take so many pictures, but it's a day in the life, it's all good. So I'm about to head home. My son is home, can't wait to see him. But let me know what you guys think about the photo and video comparison between the Pixel Fold and the 16 Pro Max. Does the Pixel Fold still hold its own, or is the Pro Max like in another league? Let me know. All right, y'all, we're back. You guys are used to seeing this camera angle, huh? Let's tweak up. Whoa, too much tweak. Too much tweak. Up a little bit. It is about 9 o'clock, you guys. I usually go to bed at 11 on weeknights. I get ready for bed starting at like 10:30 or so. So we've got an hour and a half to get some more stuff done, post to my socials, and I really need to get this freaking other Pixel Fold video out the door. I need to do description, SEO tags, hashtags. I still need to do a thumbnail. I took a bunch of pictures with my iPhone the other day of the Fold that I think would be really good. So I just need to edit those really quick, throw some text on them. So I've got to do that. And shout out to Alani, because it's keeping me going right now. My wife left a tiny little bit at the bottom of this before she started working out, so I'm drinking the rest of this guy, helping me power through. But wanted to revisit the Fold, you guys, and talk about a few things that I've really been enjoying, and some of this stuff I might touch on in the full review. So what features do I like the most with the Fold? Honestly, I like pretty much everything about it. I love how smooth Google's version of Android is. I said that in the software impressions video actually, but I really love how buttery it is. And it's so funny because I actually changed things up a bit. So initially I went into developer options and I set everything at like 0.5 because I was like, I want everything to be super snappy. And then I was actually watching a video of the Pixel, like another Pixel phone the other day, and I saw the animations that Google does, and I was like, oh man, like my animations are so fast, I'm actually missing out on like the artistic nature of the OS. So I love, for example, when you turn the phone off, it kind of goes, do you see how it went to the power button? Let me do it again. Watch really closely. Here we go. Isn't that so cool? And it does the same when you open it up. It kind of like cascades. I think that's so neat. And it's just little touches like that that really make me enjoy the Google version of Android. And like I said, I haven't used Android since 2018. I know I'm missing out on a lot. So I definitely want to get some phones from some other manufacturers in here. I think next on the list is either going to be Motorola or Samsung. Next in the planned obsolescence series. Just depends on what kind of phone I think you guys will enjoy. Let me know. Do you want to see another folding phone? Do you want to see a slab phone? Let me know. Either way, it's got to be something old because that's what the series is all about. So you guys let me know in the comments what you want to see. I'll see if I can pick one up. Oh, and I did want to do a battery check. So about 9 o'clock now, 49%. And after dinner, I was kind of like using the phone just to watch YouTube, catch up on a few things, go over my notes from the day, figure out what still needs to get done for tonight. So content never sleeps, as I like to say. So it's late, but we are still working hard. So another thing I wanted to touch on with this guy, what do I use this phone the most for? Honestly, content and planning out content are super clutch with this. I love running two apps side by side on the full screen. So for example, one of my favorite setups here, running ChatGPT along with Simple Note. So if I want to do like some quick hashtags, some quick SEO tags, I can generate them in ChatGPT, run them over to Simple Note, super easy, accessible on all my devices. So love running that setup. Google Keep is really awesome on this. It's great seeing everything full screen. And honestly, like I said earlier, just having this kind of form factor in your pocket at all times, it comes so clutch. And next up, you guys, this is a loaded question. Would I ever switch full-time to this guy? Would I drop iOS to switch to the Pixel Fold? Probably not. And the reason is I really love having this as a companion device. So there are certain things on iOS that I want to stay on iOS. iOS has all of my financial information, and to be honest, I'm very secure about that stuff. So there are certain apps that I do not want on any other device other than my iPhone, solely for the fact that it's safer just to have financial apps on one sole device instead of a bunch of different devices. So I'm very careful with that stuff. But the other reason is there are certain apps on iOS that I can't get on Android. Not to mention, I've got a bunch of accounts that I made with my Apple ID that are really difficult to get on here. So that's another thing. I didn't realize that'd be a problem until I was trying to carry over accounts onto this. And there's honestly just some accounts that I cannot sign into at all unless I use like the web version on Android. So that's been kind of a bummer. So I'm trying to create accounts either with my Google account or just my email and a password whenever possible now. So trying to shy away from making accounts with an Apple ID, just in case I want to use them on this guy or a future Android phone. And let's talk about the next video in the series here really briefly. So the next one up is actually going to be the full review of the Pixel Fold. So I'm gonna be doing like a full spec rundown, kind of like a traditional review. I'm going to be talking about my experiences with the phone, going like really in depth with it. So that will be next. I cannot guarantee when it will come out because these videos take quite a while for me to edit. By the time this video gets edited, probably a couple weeks after that point, just because it's all me, guys. Like all the content, all the thumbnails, the audio, the editing, it's all just me. So these things take time. Oh, and I did just want to say while I have you guys, I have no idea if this video is going to be good or not. I feel like when I make a video at all, while I'm filming it, I'm always like, this is not going to be very good. And then you guys give it like a bunch of views, positive comments and stuff. And then I'm like, oh, okay, maybe this is actually pretty decent. So is this video good? Let me know down below, and please provide constructive criticism because I'm all about getting better at content creation. And if you guys don't tell me what you want to see or what I can improve, I'm not going to get any better at it, and that doesn't help anybody. So definitely let me know down below. All right, but right now, guys, I'm going to grab a few little B-roll shots of me using this guy. Gotta get those social posts out. Gotta finalize the other YouTube video I'm working on. So it's gonna be a busy hour and a half for me, so let's get started. Whew. All right, guys, it is 9:36. Just finished up the thumbnail. Took longer than expected. I don't know what CapCut is doing tonight, but every time I tried to make an edit to like the arrow or the background image, it would just go completely white or the asset would like disappear. I don't know what the deal with that is, but let me show you guys what we're working with here. Here is what we went with for the thumbnail. Kind of follows the theme of the thumbnail I did for the Fine Woven wallet, because honestly the click-through rate on that video was one of the highest I've had in a long time. So why not stay with something that's working and expand on it a little bit. So hopefully this does really well. And now it's time for one of my favorite parts. We can go ahead and save this. And now that the video is pretty much ready to go, all we gotta do is export it and we should be all set. And while this beautiful morsel of a video is exporting, I am going to get my posts out on YouTube and TikTok because I do a short every single day. I haven't missed a day in a while, so I really need to get that out before I go to bed. And we've officially dropped to 40% with all the time lapses and stuff I was just filming. All right, y'all, it's about 10 o'clock and we are cooking. We've got a short uploading to TikTok as we speak. We've got the MacBook generating shorts based on the video I just finished, and gonna get that uploaded to YouTube after that's done. So we are cranking out the content here, and I'm probably gonna go do a quick upper body workout. Hoping to end the day in about 30 minutes here, take a shower, get ready for bed. So I will check in with you guys probably one last time in just a little bit. All right, boys, finishing up the night. It is 10:45, super late. Got the battery down to 30% with a little bit of YouTube, a little bit of music, and some socials, so couldn't even kill it in a day. Honestly, the battery life is just so good on this thing. I don't know what people are complaining about. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me for my first ever day in the life video with the Pixel Fold. Really looking forward to doing these again in the near future with future phones and future devices. So if you guys like this video, please go ahead and comment, leave a like. And if you really enjoyed it, go ahead and subscribe so you'll be notified when I upload future planned obsolescence videos. Till then, I'm Dan. I do tech every single day. See you guys next time. I am so tired, guys. Peace.